Alrighty, let's call this meeting to order. We'll want to recess and wait for Mr. Goodman. Recess for 5 minutes.
We can do that.
Alrighty.
My brain.
Let's call this meeting back to order. And please rise for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Number 3, any citizen desiring to be heard. Hearing none. 4, consideration of possible action on approving minutes for May 29th, 2020.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries. Item 4, consideration and possible action to approve purchase order from CBRI account to Haskell Lemon Construction in the amount of $58,000 for paving Cooksey Road beginning at Pine and extending west 0.5 miles in District 3.
Monty, I move we accept. I just got a question. Are you laying asphalt or are you doing it off the laid in place contract?
We're gonna lay it ourselves.
Yes.
Trying to
Okay.
make it go a little further.
Sure, absolutely, I understand. Like I said, I'm motion we accept.
Alrighty, I appreciate that.
How much do you figure on saving?
Well, in a mile, it'll save about 28,000. So a half a mile will be about
Yeah.
half of that. So.
Yeah, our laid in place contract to put 2 inches down is about $75,000 to $80,000. With our current laid in place
Where
price.
the flag is, I need you to sign.
So last year, well, I think it's the last fiscal year, we had this on the agenda that each district was gonna take 120, and I'm just utilizing a part of that 120.
I will second that.
So I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing, well, the only thing I might say about it is what we're going to try to do on this particular road. We're going to try to lay like 1 inch just for a leveling coat, and then put a 2-inch cap on top of that.
Great idea.
So motion and say any more
Yes.
discussion?
Yeah.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries. Thank you, guys. Item 6.
I do have 6 and 7.
Really, man,
Yes,
I
I
just
do.
fixed it.
2 weeks in a row. Or two
Yeah,
meetings
2
in a row.
meetings in a row. Yes.
Friday and Monday.
Consideration.
Yeah.
That's why I got
Possible
confused.
on Resolution appointing requisition.
Mulhall Fire.
Mulhall Fire. I'll move on it.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Item 7, I'm gonna assume is a Mulhall Fire.
We do, Mulhall Fire.
Consideration and possible action on resolution appointing receiving officers for various accounts.
So did they get a new fire chief?
No,
Or they just appointing the chief or?
well, the same fire chief, the way those work, they're a supersede on the resolution, so even though the fire chief is
I
staying, they
remember
have
that
a
now.
second
Okay, thank you.
requisitioning.
Yep, I got it. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve
Second.
the receiving officer. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries. Number 8, consideration of possible action on consent agenda items.
All right, gentlemen, we have no transfers, or no transfers from previous fiscal years. We have cash funds.
Cash funds. I normally like to sign these in the wrong spot.
Just almost a
Not hard to do.
excise board meet tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
You said fund.
Tobacco settlement.
Goes to the health department.
I know I've asked this a jillion times, so the Oak Springs Road,
Rural road.
yeah, they, like that was for $60. This one here's for $2.17.
That's just distributing the collected property tax that came in that apportionment period. So that would be half of the month of May.
$2.17.
Right, and on Spring Ridge, that one there, I did make a point of looking, that $2 will bring them to pennies under 6,500 total dollars collected in the last 10 years.
So, they have the authority to come in and spend that on their roads, and
They do.
do they ever utilize, do they know it?
Oak Springs has, Sherwood Lane has, used theirs actually within the last couple of years. And Sherwood Lane is actually looking to use it again. I've talked to Mr. Timmons recently. Spring Ridge is the one that is really,
But they collect a little more.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
They have a bigger area. They have higher property valuations that generate a little more revenue. Spring Ridge is an area that is too small to generate enough revenue to do much.
Exactly.
So I remember the resolution the other day for 9,300 for Marvin's, but then there's 391
For District 2,
District 2, okay. So it all
goes into the same fund, so it's on that, and it's the account numbers that split them all out. Lots of numbers that boggle the mind.
None bit. Lots of accounts.
The drug court, who utilized all that money?
Okay, so that, on the drug court, we're just the pass-through. That $2,700 is what the state pays the adult drug court system for administration, but it has to pass through us. So we receive the money into their own fund and account, and then they do a PO monthly to receive those funds.
2175.
But those are 20, okay. But that state funds, we're just a pass-through for.
How are those funds generated?
I'm not sure on the drug court system if that's part of
By the people.
the drug, yeah.
I mean, what funding source?
I'm assuming through the court system, paid to the state, we don't really deal, I mean, this is, right here, this
Gotcha.
21 is, the only involvement that we have is as the pass-through.
Understand.
I think it's fees they charge.
But I think it is fees from
It is court fees. yeah.
participants.
If you can keep up with the 100,000 fees that they have up there.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a menagerie.
So the CBRI is getting 25,026 $25,263.78 this month.
Yes.
That's only about $7,000, isn't it?
Yeah, it had taken a big jump up. You know, it had went down to almost nothing for quite some time.
Mhm.
And then it took a big jump up. And where several months we got over 30,000 in it. And now it's kind of settled back down into that mid-20.
Well, better than a sharp stick in the eye, I guess.
It helps. I mean,
And just for information, that adjuster that came out from ACO seems to be a very, very good guy, competent, asking a lot of good questions. As a matter of fact, we just had the engine in that truck rebuilt, and he said, "Give me the information on that, and we'll get you more credit for it." All the other things maintenance that we performed in the last 6 months on it, which we've done quite a bit, and all the new tires that got ruined. I mean, he's helping us find ways to maximize our investment on that loss
like,
or the return. Unfortunately, as Floyd and I were talking about the other day, when it comes budget time, we're gonna have to figure out how much it's gonna cost us to get our ACO insurance back.
yeah, we've had a really rough insurance year.
Back in the black with our payments. Deductible fund, that's what I was looking for, yeah.
However, on this accident,
Yeah, it ought to
it
be
should
on
be,
them.
it should be coming from.
Yeah, from the other insurance.
But we have to
company.
front up and then they get it back and yeah, but our insurance this year has taken quite a hit.
Yes, it is.
Our driver's back to work today.
Good.
He's out with our sign crew, helping put up signs and all that stuff. So he gets off of his medications and that sort of stuff.
You ever hear anything on the other driver?
No, I haven't, other than that article that was in the Stillwater paper that said he was medevaced out in critical condition.
Hopefully he's doing well.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, he's a young fellow, 21 years old, from what I've read. So,
That's tough.
It is tough.
Mr. Evans, have you heard anything on
I
that?
haven't.
That concludes consent.
Move we approve consent.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Item 9 would be any citizen desiring to be heard. Hearing none. Item 10, comments, announcements, questions by the Board of County Commissioners.
I just, you'd mentioned swapping out some latent place effort from your experts on that for some help on trucking and hauling rock. We can do both. I got 2 trucks that we could help you with when you need that, and about 4 truck drivers. So if you've got trucks that don't have drivers, we can help you with that too. If you're,
Awesome.
if
I
you're
appreciate it.
Yeah. So other than that, we've got on the CBRI funds, I've got a couple of miles of overlay that I want to do this year as well. And I'd like to get with you, Monty, at some time to talk about the difference in cost between, what it's going to cost us to do it late in place. I need to do 2 miles on Broadway this year, because we've got spots that are coming apart. I need to get a cap on that first mile off Highway 33 going back to the south. And then the first mile off of Waterloo Road coming back north. Those are the two most critical miles on that. And then maybe over on, I think it's Western, or Santa Fe, coming north of Waterloo Road. That mile over there is starting to spider crack pretty good, and if we don't get that sealed up, it doesn't need to be real thick, we just need to get it sealed up so it doesn't freeze thaw this next winter. It'd be really bad. But we can, if we can save the money and put that into equipment for the county, I'm all for that. If that's the direction we'd like to go in. Anyway,
Well,
that's all I had, sir.
On our asphalt laden place, the asphalt company always provides the trucking on that. Would we save any money if we found an independent trucker company to do away with the asphalt company to hire?
Now, I can't speak, for the asphalt, because I haven't run the numbers on that, but on hauling rock, we can save money there, especially when we're talking about having it hauled in from all over the place. I mean, Davis, Oklahoma is real expensive if you have it hauled up from there. But even having it hauled from over around Cushing and Pawnee, the areas that we buy rock from locally here, we can still save, $400 or $500 for 1,000 tons, something like that. I think it's not real substantial, but it's enough to make it worthwhile looking at. There's a couple of trucking companies, especially now. We were hiring them by the hour and had a truck master that was watching them to make sure that they weren't taking extended lunch breaks and that kind of stuff, that we were getting the number of loads that we needed and that sort of stuff. So I think there's ways that we could look at that money and maybe maximize our investments a little more.
I think we need to save every penny we can. So
Yes, sir. I agree.
fix to go through some hard times here.
I think so too. Yeah. That's all I have, sir.
All right. Mike, you got anything?
I got a road that I'm gonna be closing here for about a week and a half, Prairie Grove, between Choctaw and Indian Meridian, while we're doing some bridge repairs. That's really about all I have. We're also working on Charter Oak. We have some asphalt we're getting it cleaned up for that. We'll have limited traffic on that.
All right.
That's all I got.
I'd entertain a motion on number 11 for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.